Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Sukhi Learn. I am Sukhjinder Singh and you can call me Sukhi. Well, today I'll be taking an example of extracting data using the PDF package that is available in Automation Anywhere. And before I start discussing the use case and the solution, if you are watching me for the first time, I would request you to please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you can get all the updates of the videos that I keep sharing on this particular channel. And let's get started with the use case. Well, it's a very simple scenario that I'm taking. So we need to automate the process of entering invoice details. So there is a particular vendor for which we have invoices. So we receive invoices related to the purchase orders, and it has certain information, certain data points that are available inside the invoice PDF, which currently I'm doing it manually. So I open the PDF file, which is the invoice, the purchase order, and then I read the purchase order number, the purchase order date, and total amount, and then I put that data into an Excel file. So that's what I'm doing right now, and this is the process that I want to automate. The automation steps are very simple. I will first extract the data from the invoice PDFs, which are stored in the input folder, and save it into a text file, and then read the values of the purchase order number, date, and total amount and display it as a message. So today, in this particular demonstration that I'm showing in this video, I'll be only performing these two steps just to demonstrate that you can actually extract data from the PDF, and it is so simple to do it in using Automation Anywhere. Now, whenever we talk about extracting information from PDFs, people come up with some scientific solutions of using an IQ bot, or some people also talk about OCR, uh, which we have seen using Google Document AI. You can use OCR to extract data from the PDFs. However, first, so it is very important for you to gauge what the situation is and does it really require a sophisticated solution like an IQ bot. Now, it is not necessary that that might be the scenario for the given use case or the requirement that you're reviewing. So it could be a simple requirement as it is right now in this use case, that there is a PDF available and you just have to extract certain pieces or certain data points and store it centrally, and then maybe help the which will eventually help the user to do some analysis and take some decisions. So it is again not necessary to use an IQ bot always whenever it comes to extracting data from PDFs. Now that's the beauty of Automation Anywhere. Here, Automation Anywhere gives you a variety of options to extract data from PDF. Now, I'm going to use a simple PDF extract action to extract data. And then, you know, once the entire data is extracted into a text file, then apply some logic to get what I want. So let's get started with this one, and I hope this will be useful for you, and you can always use this in your real life use cases. All the concepts that I show in my on my channel, you can actually use it in your real life use cases. So let's get started with this one now. For this use case, I have downloaded the sample documents from here. So if you just go to Open IQ Bot in your Community Edition control room, and if you just click on anything, just say train other document, and just say get started. So this is where you can click and download all the sample documents, and it has a variety of documents, different kind of invoices, purchase orders, and so on and so forth. Not only PDF, it also has image files. So that means an invoice saved as an image file. So you can practice that as well. So in this example, I'm picking up some of the PDFs, and I'll be using that to build the bot. Okay, so this is the purchase order, the dummy purchase order which I've downloaded from Automation Anywhere, that section which I just showed you. Now, this is how it looks like, and what I'm required to fetch from this is the PO number the PO date, and the total amount. So this is the information that I need to go ahead and fetch from this particular PDF file. All right, so now I will just start writing the code. So here I will say loop for each file in the folder. And this will be my input path. And I will say file name. For each file I have to do an extract, so I'm using PDF package here, and I'm using extract text. So here again, we'll put this, and here I'll give the file name. Okay, and I will say I will extract it as plain text. I can also extract it as structured text, but here I'm taking an example where I'm extracting it as plain text. Then I will extract all the pages, or if you want to extract only a specific page, you can mention that. And where will be my text files saved? I will save it in this folder. Sorry. And say overwrite the files. So what should be the name? I will name .txt. So I'm saving it as text files. So I'm using this simple setup for extracting data. So if I run only this much of code, it will create 3 files. So there are 3 input files, 3 PDF files available. It will create 3 files. So let me run this and let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and now check the text files. How does it look like? All right, so you can see these are the 3 text files in which the data has been extracted and saved. Now, when you extract data in this way, this information, as you can see, is appearing uh, in lines. So each line is a piece of information, and you can see the same pattern is followed in all the 3 files. And you see total, and then the amount is there, same total and the amount is there, total and the amount, and similarly PO number, PO date, PO number, PO date. So this is following the same pattern. So the logic that we are going to apply here is we will open each of the files one by one, and after that we will read the lines one by one. Now when we are opening the file, it will ask for certain options. We will select relevant options, and we will read each line from the text file, and whichever line I find PO number, I will capture this part and store it in the PO number variable. Wherever I find PO date, I will capture this part, and same goes for wherever I find total. Now I'll be using the string operation, so there are multiple ways of doing it. What I'm doing here is, the moment I find PO number as a value in the given line that I'm reading from the text file, I will split the string on the basis of number. So it is split in 2 parts, 0 and 1 index. I'll be using 1, that will be my PO number. Same, I will use date to split this part and store this in the variable called PO date, and this I will split as per space if I find total in the line, if I find total as a text in the line, and I will pick up this particular information, right? So this is the plan, and let's start this and let's see how it goes. Okay, now let's open this text file. Now this is the package which I will use to open the file. I will keep the session name as default, and now which file do we want to open? I will open the given file name.txt. So just a minute. I will pick it up from here then. So the given file name, it does not contains header. Delimiter, here I will select tab. So this is what I will select. It will be tab separated. So each piece of information will appear in a line, and say I will trim leading and trails. This I will select this option and just say save. And then I will add another loop. So for each row in THC, for this session, for this particular session which I have opened, and just need to add a record variable. Say any name we can give text record. You can give any name of your choice. So let's see what comes up when I just try to see, say index 0. So let's run this and let's see what message do we get. Okay. Yeah, the first line has purchase order. The second line has PO number 123123, and then you have the PO date. So similarly, this will iterate, and you will also have a total option coming. So if I just do this quickly, there you go. This is what it is. So let's add relevant conditions, and let's capture the values in the variables. All right, so let me just add if condition if includes what, this, then I will split the string. What string? This one. Delimiter would be number. Say only 2. See, I will say PO number. Here we go. PO number. Say so. This is one if. It is there, and say I add another if, I can also copy paste that. So just use this part. So we can copy, paste. And here it will be date. And here I will say PO date. PO date. And I will add another condition. So let me just copy paste this piece. If it has total, this is how it appears. And this one I will separate on pieces of space and say total amount. Okay, so if I'm able to find, I'm saving it in a variable. Now remember, the variable that I'm using is a list or a variable which is having two values. One is for 0 and one is for 1 in terms of index 0 and index 1. All the values that I need to display are available in index number 1. You can also assign those values to specific variables and then use it. So let me just try here to use it by directly displaying it by using the index number of that split string that I have used. So once the loop is over, I will display everything. So say here I say dollar PO number, this one, say 1, say dollar PO date, say 1, and finally we have dollar total amount is 1. Okay. So let me just recheck. This part is working fine. There's nothing wrong with this one. We are using the tab separator as a tab, so that will ensure that each the information is distributed in different lines, and then I'm reading for each line. I'm going ahead and checking if the line has this particular text. If yes, then I'm splitting it based on this, so that I have the required value in the index number 1. And similar concept applied here. I'm using date as a separator for splitting the string and splitting in a way that the date is appearing in the index number 1. And here also the amount will appear in the index number 1 for the split string. So I'm splitting this on the basis of space. So once the loop is over, the moment it finds this particular option, it will store here. Same for here, same for here. And once everything is over, whatever is stored, it should display it in the message box. So that's the objective. And let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. All right, so let me run it now. It says 1 2 1 3 10 10 18 1 1 5 6 0. 1 2 1 1 2 3 1 2 3 10 10 18 and 115.60 dollars. This is correct. Okay. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 10 10 18 and the total amount 2781. Just 71. So this is also correct. So it says 5456 9417 2553. This is also correct. So the bot is running as per expectation. Now, if you want to remove this dollar, you can always, find and replace the dollar sign, or you can keep it because this is the amount. So there's no harm in keeping the dollar amount there. So that's there. Uh, all right, so I think we'll keep the dollar as is, because dollar is also a keyword. So I'm not sure how you can replace this. Uh, Maybe you can put it in a text file and then try to replace it. So anyways, we can explore that maybe in some other video. But for now, the bot is run successfully, and we have achieved the objective of extracting data from PDF and storing it in variable. Like I've stored it in the variable, you can store it we can push this data into a CSV file or Excel file or even a database if required, depending on the requirement. Now, this example that I've taken is taken the example in terms of a PDF file. Now, what if it is an image file? How can we go about and extract data and organize it? So we will look at that use case in my next video. So stay tuned for that. All right, thank you very much for watching the solution, and let's go to the end of the video now. Right, so that brings to the end of this video. And in the next video, we will continue to explore more scenarios where we have to extract text and insert data into a file. So stay tuned, and if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can get the updates as soon as I upload new videos, and show your support. Hit the like button, leave a comment so that we can interact uh, on this channel, and leave a thought, share your views. And thank you very much for watching. See you next time in the next video. And go be great and keep learning.